Why, hello there. It seems that you have some things on your mind, so I'm going to be unzipping your brain and removing those things from your mind and allowing you to see those things that are inside of your mind and allowing you to experience it no longer in the noggin, but outside of the noggin. Are you ready to commence? Excellent. Let us begin. I'm going to unzip your brain now. Did you hear that little zippy zippy? So you see, underneath my bandana, you can notice that there's going to be a little zippy zippy on every single human brain. Now, people don't notice it because it is camouflaged into your skin. So, I am now going to open your brain and I'm going to just parse it across. Don't mind me. I see that you have a lot of magenta colors in your brain. That means that your mind is oftentimes buried in the emotional side of your soul. It is very much in tune with very passionate sort of subjects. Now that could mean a passion for hobbies and things that you can really craft with, or it could mean a passion for human connection and human interaction, particularly romance. It tends to call forward the things that you would most likely feel very desire for, things that you feel very lustful, things that you want, essentially. I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to retrieve yet another specimen. We have now orange. Jesus Christ, it seems like your brain, it's like operation. I have just tapped on a little sore nerve inside of your brain and it seems that your brain beeped at me. Now your orange side represents orange. It represents that which is, smell it, give it a good smell. Okay, yes, orange. I would say that orange represents the things that you are concerned about. I would say it represents your stress. I would say that it represents perhaps a healthy stress that has been corrupted, that has been malformed due to the artificial surroundings that we have placed ourselves in and the artificial, very lackluster, perhaps dilapidated sort of like society that we have crafted for ourselves that does not suit the human psyche and human functions and human body. So I remove now this stress, the stress of the unneeded, the stress of the unnecessary, the stress of everything that has plagued your mind, all of the things that do not make sense. I remove it and I now tap you with some perspective. We are now here among the trees, among the simple desires, the simple pleasures in life, and enjoying them. Let's remove yet another little tool. We have some more orange. Same old, allowing that to just be removed from your mind. We have some brown. I'm going to be putting the brown back into your mind, perhaps. It could represent grounding, but it could also represent the mental sludge that sometimes transpires through your brain. So I'm going to consider what it could or could not mean here. To better gauge what it means or not, I'm going to have you sniff this plant here. Give it a good waft. Now you tell me, does this feel more like groundness? Does this feel more like clarity, a sense of warm earth? Perhaps not clarity, but a sense of warm earth? Or does it feel more like a sludge, mud, just sort of like filling up the crevices of your mind, just sort of like hazing everything that you see and interact with? Sludge. I will remove this then. I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to clear your mind. Now let us remove yet another little tool. Black. What an interesting little color. It's everything that we've blacked out from our minds, allowing it to just disappear, but yet remain behind the door, taking up that space, but yet out of sight, out of mind. So I have now removed the black from your mind and allowed you to just have that space opened up again, inside of your little cranium, opened up again. But this time, you can now make use of that room, make use of that space, heal it, erase it. Perhaps not erase it, embrace it. And as you embrace it, let it go, much like this leaf. Here is the unwanted, or perhaps not unwanted, but rather the experiences and memories that build us, but perhaps too harshly and too hard. And as we accept it, We recognize it, we acknowledge it, we don't look away from it because otherwise it's still going to be there, it's just we're ignoring it. We see it, we embrace it, and we blow it away. Now, I'm going to be removing blue, some of this ennui, some of this melancholy, allowing it to just trickle away from your face, perhaps with water, perhaps tearing it out from your head, removing it and putting it to the side. And now I want to see what else. I see you have a lot of wood. There's some wood in your mind, very practical, very grounded, very utilitarian. It's quite useful, but perhaps too much wood removes spontaneity and zest. Ooh, we have this very floral imagery inside of your head. This represents some creativity, some more feminine energy, very sort of using a very pretty sort of aesthetic, lining everything that you have with a very pretty aesthetic, very paying attention to the details, making sure that everything is elevated and upgraded to a much more pleasing and fun and entertaining experience. Oop, boop, boop, boop. How does that look? How does this look? Are your eyes shifting as they adjust to the setting sun? I will put this right back into your brain, actually. And now I'm going to how are you feeling? Sometimes in life we fall over and we get hits and knocks, but we get right back up. And as long as there's a tender touch, preferably from someone else who is there to hold our hand, or perhaps from just ourselves, because that is all we need sometimes, we can just keep on going. Pink. I see that there's some sharp interest that you have, some ambitions, some prospective ideas, very fanciful ideas. For example, the idea of moving away to a treasured place, or perhaps the idea of falling in love with someone who is the ideal of everything that you've wanted, or perhaps it's just the desire to become something, be something, do something. I see that this is a wonderful thing to have, but perhaps it's a little too sharp and it's creating this sort of gunk that we have now cleared out with the sludge and we have now cleared out with the stress. So I think perhaps we shall remove this and allow ourselves to just ground ourselves in the here and now and appreciate what we have, whether it be 4 blank walls or whether it be trees, sticks, moss, nature's carpet. We can just now appreciate what we have here and just allow ourselves to enjoy. Do you want me to light that little candle here? Actually, I'm going to give you a little gift. This is a moon. Now, I noticed that you have a lot of lunar energy on you. I think that working with the moon would benefit you strongly to allow yourself to really go in to who you are and allow you to uncover what it is that is looming within your mind. But before we do, I am going to be sweeping away all of the bad thoughts from your mind and allowing you to clear with this broom. With this broom, I'm going to be sweeping away all of your thoughts. Now, I enchant this broom and connect it with your head so that way you can feel this swish, 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 cleaning out your mind and giving you a breather. But with every swish, I want you to take a deep breath. And then with every other swift, I want you to breathe out. So, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. in. And breathe out. Excellent. I now cease the enchantment, and you may now breathe as normal. Now, how do you feel? Do you feel renewed? Excellent. I'm going to be zipping up your brain now to allow your mind to close up and rest for the night. I caught you. Don't worry. I'll be here for you. So, take some rest and allow yourself to just truly melt into the bed. Good night.